Hello and welcome to Wisdom Trek. This is Guthrie Chamberlain and I am your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for this 7-day-a-week, 7 Minutes of Wisdom podcast. This is day 68 of our trek, and yesterday we set up the framework to establish habits for creating positive results in our lives. As we move down the trail a bit today, we will look at the 6 essential elements to live a good life. We are recording our podcast from the studios at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. We did find out today, though, that our contractor was delayed returning to town, so our final trim work won't be completed before our Jarvis family gathering this weekend. While we are a bit disappointed, it is trivial compared to the time that we can spend together with around 30 family members on Paula's side of the family. We love hosting family activities at the Big House and are fortunate to be the managers of the family home. We've also been enjoying watching the mama deer and her twin fawns grazing in the backyard the past few evenings. The babies are growing, and it's great to take time to enjoy watching them. But for now, it's time to break camp today, armed with the knowledge of overcoming self-limiting beliefs that allow us to create results in our lives each day. We not only want to live life, we want to live it fully. Jesus put it this way in the book of John, chapter 10, verse 10. The thief's purpose is to steal, kill, and destroy. My purpose is to give you a rich and satisfying life. I think that's something that we all would desire. I have adapted this podcast today from one of my mentors, Jim Rohn's lessons, and it is the 6 essential elements that will help you to live a rich and satisfying life. You might think of them as the values that make up the foundation of a life well lived. And it's no surprise that money isn't one of these values. The ultimate expression of life is not a paycheck. The ultimate expression of life is not things or outward trappings. The ultimate expression of life is not even to have $1 million bank account or a large and fancy home. The ultimate expression of life is living a life that is rich and satisfying. Here is what we must ask ourselves constantly. What, for me, would be a good life? And you have to keep going over and over this list to refine it. The list is including areas such as spirituality, economics, health, relationships, and recreation. So I'll ask you as we start out on our trek today, what would constitute a rich and satisfying life for you? Well, let's look at the 6 essential areas for a rich and satisfying life. Number 1 is productivity. You won't be happy in life if you don't produce. The game of life is not for resting. Yes, we must rest, but only long enough to gather strength and get back to productivity. What's the reasons for the seasons and the seeds, the soil and the sunshine, the rain and the miracle of life? It is to see what we can do with it, to try our hand to see what we can produce. That is why productivity is important. The second essential area is to have good friends. Friendship is probably the greatest support system in the world, so don't deny yourself the time to develop it. Nothing can match it. It's extraordinary in its benefit. First of all, your spouse, if you have one, is your basis for a true and lasting friendship. Friends are those wonderful people who know all about you and still like you. A real friend is someone who would go to any length of pain or discomfort to help you out. A friend will laugh with you and cry with you. Now, we all have casual friends. They would say, hey, if you get back with me when you have something going on, I'll join you in your party. But Proverbs 18:24 puts it this way. There are friends who destroy each other, but a real friend sticks closer than a brother. You will have both real friends and casual friends in life. Enjoy them both for what they are. The third essential area is your culture or heritage. Your heritage and culture, with its language, its different music, its ceremonies, its traditions, and even its dress, are all important. All of this is vitally important, and you must try to keep it alive. The uniqueness of us all, when blended together, brings vitality, energy, power, influence, and rightness into the world. We don't all want to be the same. We want to live in harmony with each other. The heritage that I have surrounding my ancestors in Marietta and the Big House, which is the family home, is certainly very dear to me. The fourth essential area is spirituality. I have mentioned many times that I am a man of faith, a believer in God's Word. Spirituality helps to form the foundation of a family that builds the nation. So make sure that you study it, practice it, and teach it. Don't be careless about the spiritual part of your nature, because it makes us who we are. We're different from dogs and cats and birds and mice. The fifth essential area is don't miss anything in life. My parents taught me to be committed and not to miss anything. Not work, not a wrestling match when I was in high school, not a recital when I played piano, not to miss a good movie, and certainly not to miss family time. My dad will be 85 this fall, and he never misses church or activities at the senior apartment complex where he lives now. He exercises each day, and he never misses a great-grandchildren's birthday party for the ones that live close enough for him to travel to. My dad does miss my mom every day since she has died, but he carries on with life and enjoys every day and all its activities. Be as active as feasible. Go to everything that you possibly can. Go see and experience all that you possibly can. Enjoy your journey. Don't always be waiting to reach your destination. Live a vital life. If you live well, you will earn well. If you live well, it will show in your face. It will show in the texture of your voice. There will be something unique and magical about you if you live well. It will infuse not only your personal life, but also your business life. And it will give you vitality nothing else can give. And the sixth essential area of life is your family and your very close inner circle. Invest in them, and they'll invest in you. Inspire them, and they'll inspire you. Take care of the details of your inner circle. Share with your family, celebrate with them, and allow them to celebrate with you. Take time to call them, to stop by, and to spend a few moments with them. Sometimes it only takes a 5 or 10 minute phone call to make their day really special. And think about this analogy. If a father walks out of the house and he still can feel his daughter's kiss on his face all day, he is a powerful man. If a husband walks out of the house and he can still feel the imprint of his wife's arms around his body, he's invincible all day. It's the special stuff with your inner circle that makes you strong and powerful and influential. So don't miss that opportunity. Hebrews 10 verse 24 puts it this way. Let us think of ways to motivate one another to acts of love and good works. So make sure in your busy day to remember the true purposes and the reasons you do what you do. Make your life the kind of life that will bring the fruit and the rewards that you desire. Well, that will finish our podcast for today. If you've missed any of our previous podcasts, please check out Wisdom Trek on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, or at wisdom-trek.com. Tomorrow, we will discover what happens when you get a pebble in your hiking boots. So please join us at our camp tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. If you enjoy these daily doses of wisdom, these nuggets that we consume, I encourage you to take time to invest in yourself. Number 1, invest some of your time in improving Wisdom Trek by leaving your name, email address, and a comment on our website so that we can provide you with the wisdom and insights that best fit your needs. Number 2 is to invest in yourself by listening to the 7 minutes of wisdom through Wisdom Trek each day. And the best way to do this is to subscribe at iTunes or Stitcher so that it is downloaded to you automatically each day. And third, invest in the lives of others by sharing with your family and friends, either in person or online, to journey with us on our Wisdom Trek. And I also encourage you to leave us a rating on iTunes or Stitcher so that more people will be exposed to Wisdom Trek and join us on our journey. The journal for this podcast can be found at wisdom-trek.com, where we have pictures, tweetable quotes, wisdom nuggets, and free resources. I thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, and most importantly, your friend, as I serve you through this Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. As we take this trek together, let us always live abundantly or fully, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. This is Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and to create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.